Hello everyone, welcome to day 1 of 180 days challenge. Today, I'll be doing in-depth analysis of Israel-Palestine conflict, which is in news for quite a long time. So, it was 1000 BCE when the current land of Israel was divided into two kingdoms. That is, Kingdom of Israel, which was situated in north, and Kingdom of Judah, which was situated in south. King Saul was the ruler of Jews of Israeli kingdom. After his death, the kingdom was annexed by Syrian Empire, which forced Jews to migrate towards south, that is, in the kingdom of Judah or Palestine, where Arabs were living. Many years passed and many dynasties ruled that area. This resulted into persecution of Jews and they settled in many countries around the world. Now, once Jews migrated, then that land known as Palestine and last kingdom which ruled there was Ottoman Empire, who ruled from 1516 to 1917. But Arabs under them definitely not happy, so they wanted their independent state. Now, in early 1900, we witnessed Zionism movement, which means own homeland for Jews. Now, British enters into the picture. It was World War I when British were fighting against Ottoman Empire for the control over Middle East region. So, in 1915, British gave a proposal to Arabs in Palestine, that if you support us in this war, we will support Arab independence, which was the demand of Arabs, or we could say which was their aspiration. But in 1917, Arthur Balfour, who was British Foreign Secretary back then, wrote a letter to Walter Rothschild, who was leading figure of Jewish community. So, this letter led to Balfour Declaration, which says British will promote Jewish homeland in Palestine. So, we already witnessed two declarations by Britishers, one with Arabs and other with Jews. But that's not the end. Here comes another agreement, famously known as Sykes-Picot Agreement, also known as Asia Minor Agreement, which was signed between French and British for the control over Middle East region after the defeat of Ottoman Empire. So, there are three agreements now, which are contradictory to each other. Now, this will be bringing chaos in the region. Now, after World War I, we witnessed destruction of Palestine. Also, Great Famine was there between 1915 to 1918. Now, as promised by Britishers, they implemented Balfour Declaration. Right, in 1920, they declared it, implemented it, which led to huge immigration of Jews in Palestine. And Jews made Jewish national home there, which was definitely opposed by Arabs, but Britishers assured them that there will be no more immigration. But later we witness Jews' persecution in Germany, which again fuels the immigration. And by the year of 1936, Jews' population became 1/3 of total Palestinian population. That is around 4 lakh Jews were basically living in Palestine. And this gave rise to the mass conflict in Palestine. Now, witnessing tensions, British proposed two-state solution, as Arabs and Jews cannot stay together under a single state. But British failed to do so, and there was no peace. Thus, British packed their bag and went back to their home and left Palestine by handing over the situation to United Nations. United Nations was also newly formed organization that time. So, it passed the resolution in 1947 and divided Palestine into two states, one for Jewish, other will be for Arabs. So, Muslim countries opposed this plan. They basically boycotted the United Nations General Assembly. So, 14th May 1948 was the date when Jews declared an independent state which was known as Israel. Now, this takes us to the first phase of Arab-Israeli war. So what happens is 7 Arab neighborhood countries like Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, etc. made an union and entered into war against Israel because Middle East was predominantly dominated by Arabs and they didn't want Jewish community to enter there, right? So this led to the war, but shockingly, the war results were very unexpected and Israel won that war against 7 powers. And this war went for 10 months. Israel sustained that. And Israel captured 60% of Arab land. So, this war basically made Palestinians as a refugee in their own homeland because they lost their territory to Israel now. 7 lakh Palestinians left and took refuge. Now, this is known as Nakba, means catastrophe by Arabs. Outcome of this war turned the tables as now Israel holds over 78% of the land and also took Sinai Peninsula from Egypt. Now, Gaza was controlled by Egypt and Jordan took control of West Bank and East Jerusalem. Now, fast forward to 1967. This is known as Second Arab-Israeli War. Again, Israel won the war and took back its territory from Jordan. So Israel got control of West Bank where around 1 million Palestinian people were living. Now, if Israel make West Bank as its part, then it had to provide citizenship and right to Palestinians, which would be burden on Israel, right? So, Israel was in confusion what to do with this. Meanwhile, Israeli citizens also acquired land in that territory. Now, fast forward to 1973. On this day, it was a day of Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the holy festival for Jewish community. Egypt attacked on the very same day, but Israel again retaliated and won the war against it. There will be a post-war treaty which will be signed between Egypt and Israel. And there a famous accord was signed, which is known as Camp David Accord. According to this accord, Egypt will give recognition to Israel and Israel will return Sinai Peninsula to Egypt. Also, Egypt will give Israel access of Suez Canal. Now, between 1987 to 1993, there were uprisings by Arabs living in Gaza and West Bank. This is also known as Intifada. So, this first Intifada gives birth to an organization called Hamas, who kills many Israeli soldiers, and in retaliation, Israel military tried to suppress this Intifada, basically civil uprising you could say it, right? And called Hamas as terrorist organization. One more organization who represent Palestine is PLO, People of Liberation Organization, or PA, Palestinian Authority. Now, very famous Oslo Accord signed between Palestinian Authority and Israel to bring peace into the region, right? Where Israel recognized Palestinian Authority as political organization, which is representative of Palestinian people. In the area of West Bank, they basically earlier West Bank region was under the control of Israel, but now they handed over some part of West Bank to this PA that yes, here your citizen lives and you can represent them. So basically it legitimized them, right? This was not accepted by both the parties. Both side people opposed this, leading this to Second Intifada. This went from 2000 to 2005. And this increased large violence into the region. Against this, Israel launched Operation Defensive Shield against terrorism. Also built security wall around the West Bank. Now, one thing I want to clear, Do not get confused between Hamas and Palestinian Authority. Palestinian Authority is recognized by many countries as the political representative of Palestinians, and Hamas is recognized as terrorist organization which rules at Gaza. So Palestinian basically live in two regions at present, that is West Bank, which is ruled by Palestinian Authority, and Gaza, which is ruled by Hamas, which is also known as terrorist outfit. Right now, both countries want East Jerusalem as their capital city because it's a holy place for both, as it has Al Aqsa, holy place for Arabs, and Temple Mount, which is holy place for Jews. So, in recent conflict, Hamas fired some missiles, some around 5,000 missiles basically, from Gaza, resulting into the war, which we are witnessing right now. So, this is very, very, very complex issue, which I tried to simplify for you. You can't just choose sides without background knowledge. So, now I hope you got this concept. So, that's all. And your feedback about this topic will be welcome into the comment section, and if there is any criticism, that will also be welcome. So now this conflict topic is over. Now talking about my day, so currently I'm doing night shift, so my job timings are and from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. After that I sleep around 7:15 to 7:20 and wake up by 2 p.m. After that I do lunch, and then I study for 3 to 4 hours. And today I had planned to go gym around 6, but I feel miserably. But I did some push-up and workout at home itself, to be very honest. And because I had to study little hard today. And after that I took my dinner, and again it's job time 9 p.m. So just that. And in upcoming videos I'll try to experiment different kind of formats, but I'll be regular for 180 days. That is 180 days challenge. And apart from that, I really don't have any idea what kind of videos I'll be uploading. This was just an experiment which I did today for day one. So let's wrap up. I hope you are doing great and working hard on your dreams. Keep working hard. You'll face difficulties. I know you'll be feeling burnouts and all. Just take some rest, refresh yourself, come back, work hard, be disciplined, be consistent, because you have to fight for your journey. Nobody else will do that for you. So that's all. Have a good day. Bye bye. Also, do let me know if you like this idea of making a video of study session basically and voiceover with an topic which is currently going in news, and I'm thinking to cover current affairs topics which are in news. In-depth analysis I'll be doing that will be helpful to you if you are preparing for any competitive exam. Thank you.